V1. Rotate.
Hello ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to another Flight Sim 008 video with Fly UK. So I've had a few days off since our trip to Nice, and I've made my way down the coast to the Balearic Islands. Today we're in Palma, on the island of Majorca, and we'll be operating low-cost flight 2005 back up to Stansted in the United Kingdom. It's a sunny afternoon here in Palma, and I'm excited to get back in the air. But before we jump into the flight deck, let's have a look at the charts and the weather. So, over in the flight dispatch page, we are flight 2005. It's a low-cost divisional flight. Radio call sign is Skyways 2005. It's a European flight using the Boeing 737-700. Estimated duration is 2 hours, 15 minutes, and 792 nautical miles. Quick look at our map. We're starting down here on the island of Palma, and we'll be crossing over just west of Barcelona, over the Pyrenees Mountains, past Toulouse, and then up through France, over the Channel, and down into London airspace rather, to our arrival Stansted. Our alternate today is Gatwick, should anything go awry. We'll see what happens in terms of ATC along the way. The weather in Palma today, temperature is a nice sunny 20 degrees, dew point is 12. It's kind of windy out of the west, 260 at 18 knots. Visibility is good, no precipitation, QNH is 1015. Looking over here at the charts, we're parked at stand 992 down here, and Palma, has a set of parallel runways. They're 624s. We're somewhere down here on this terminal over here, and from what I understand, the departure runway for us would be 24 right. Barcelona radar is online, so we may ask for a departure off of 24 left, just to save us a little bit of taxi time. We'll see how that goes. So let's jump into the flight deck and start prepping for the flight. So welcome back to the flight deck. Let's start setting up for our flight. First thing we can do is we can get those IRSs set to nav, and we can turn on the window heats for now. Since we're on ground power, arm the emergency lights. We'll leave pressurization and everything for a little bit later. Start plugging in our flight plan. So we'll give the computers a initial position. We'll take that from the GPS, put that in, let them align themselves. And we do have a company flight plan today. The flight plan is FL2005. As always, I will put the route down here on the bottom of the screen, like so, from Lima Echo Papa Alpha to Stansted Echo Golf Sierra Sierra. Our flight number is UKV2005, like so. And we're just waiting to call up for our clearance and pick our departure runway. In the meantime, we can go ahead and check our flight plan real quick, like so. Zoom out maybe a little bit more. So we've got our departure airfield. Our first waypoint is Galat, and then if we step through the legs here, everything looks pretty good to me. We can go a little bit faster. We'll use next page, all the way to the Midhurst VOR, and then down into Stansted. We'll talk about the arrival, as always, midway through the flight. I will go ahead and I've already pre-tuned Barcelona radar, which is online for our clearance. I'm just going to finalize the setup procedures here. We've loaded our weights and everything. We're taking just over 18 tons of fuel and 131 passengers today over to Stansted. So I will be back with you in just a second once we've set up a little bit more on the aircraft. Barcelona radar, good afternoon. Skyways 2005 on the ground at Palma, stand 92 with the weather QNH 1015, request IFR to Stansted.
Sky with Corsair. Clear to Stansted by a flight plan route. Initial flight level 080, runway in use 24 right. Standard departure Galat 1 Alpha, squawk 6264.
Skyways 2005 is cleared to the Stansted Airport, initial altitude, flight level 080 off of 24 right, Galat 1 Alpha departure 6264. And if you don't mind, we're requesting 24 left for departure, just save a little bit of time on the taxi.
Okay, 24 left for departure is, I don't think it's possible, I'm so sorry. Because the taxiway is not clear to go to the holding point of runway 24 left.
We understand, just thought it was worth a shot. We'll accept 24 right for departure and 6264 in the box, Skyways 2005.
Skyways 205 Royal, you can go to 24 left. You can go by the taxiway to 24 left. No problem.
Okay, we'll take 24 left then for departure, Skyways 2005. Thank you very much.
Okay, Skyways 2005, the feedback is correct. You have approved the start up and pushback QNH for right and call me ready for taxi.
Okay, so a little bit of confusion there with ATC. Something about the taxiway may not go all the way up. Maybe we'll have to take an intersection departure, but we're not too heavy today, so we'll figure it out on the taxi out. Just setting up the rest of the FMC here. Our flight level, or our cruise level rather, is 320, so we'll set that right away so we don't forget in the pressurization. We'll worry about the landing altitude a little bit later on. Cost index is 21, and our reserve fuel is 5 tons, like so. And I've already put our transponder code 6264 in the box. We have an initial altitude of flight level 80, like so. Passengers are currently boarding, baggage is being loaded, and we're just about ready to go here in a couple of minutes. So the Galat 1 Alpha departure is what we've been assigned, and basically the airport is down here. We'll be departing off 24 left, hopefully, and then up and over to Galat, our first waypoint, so it's a right turn out. Looking over here on the info, it's climb on our 236 radio 236 of JOA, direct and cross back-ax at 2,000 feet or above. Turn right direct to the NDB of ADX, which I'll tune into the ADF. And then turn right to follow the magnetic heading 329 degrees direct to Galat. Little note, maintain 6,000 feet here except ATC clearance, so we've been cleared up to flight level 80. The transition level is 6,000. Yep, transition altitude 6,000 at Palma.
Skyways 2005, go after.
Skyways 2005 at Palma, stand 92, ready for the push and start.
And release parking brakes, sir.
Skyway 2005, the startup is approved, and taxi to holding point runway 24 left.
Push start is approved. Taxi holding 0.24 left. Skyways 2005. Thank you. Alright, anti-call light goes on. Start the clock. Come on. There we go.
Commencing the push, Captain. Start
Parking brakes released.
discretion.
So packs can come off.
913 Quebec, good afternoon, sir. Clear to Condesa Delta Whiskey via flight plan route. Initial
Turn on the rest of the fuel pumps.
Runway use 28. Standard departure.
Bring up the engine page.
Foxtrot squawk 6260.
We'll wait till we get a little bit further off the gate before we start.
The Southwest 1 Foxtrot, runway 28, national ground variable is the squawk 6260, runway 3 Ryanair 913 Quebec, the readback current, you have approved the start up and push back. QNH at 017, call me ready for taxi. Final person approved, definitely taxi for the taxi, the Ryanair 913, thank you.
Go ahead and set the QNH because I forgot to do that earlier. 1015. Like so. And let's go ahead and fire up number 2.
Set parking brakes, please.
This is part of 100 in plastic stuff, I think.
Alright, that's 2 good starts, so we can get rid of the engine page. Auto brake is already set to RTO. We'll go ahead and put these to continuous. We'll transfer the buses over to the engines. We can pressurize the rest of the hydraulics, turn on the pitot statics, and APU bleed comes off, engine bleeds go on. We'll wait for a little bit of duct pressure. There we go. Let's give some the passengers some oxygen. Like so. And flaps 5, and we will do our control surface check. So the systems page, we will flap our wings, shake our tail, and get ready to taxi.
Thomson 4329er, the contract continue flying to final 360.
Just setting the trim here. And we will set the flaps on the taxi out. We can turn the APU off. Taxi light can come on. Well, let's get underway.
Well, normal people back, taxi on with way 30. Ryanair 913 Quebec, taxi. National report on the way 30, taxi normal people back.
Just coming up to the end of the runway here.
And EZ56 Bravo 6 is Tower 2 for left. EZ56 Bravo Victor, continue approach.
Turn off the taxi light for now.
Continue approach, EZ56 Bravo Victor.
Transponder can come on, a little preemptively, but hey, never hurts. He just said the holding point of 24 left, so let's take the first one here. Fine with me. Barcelona radar, Skyways 2005, holding Hotel 9, 24 left, ready for departure.
Skyway 005, clear for takeoff, runway 24 left, Palma.
Cleared for takeoff, 24 left, Palma, Skyways 2005. Gracias. Alright. Shiny switches forward. No, come on, there we go. Let's dump them all out. And...
El Corsair India Tango Alpha está autorizada aproximación y el pista 24, llámame establecido.
Start the clock. Let's get lined up here. And get out of here.
India Tango Alpha, clear el approach 24, Ibiza, establish. One of the feedback up, 1,300, making the right turn as intended, sorry, possible.
Alright. There's 40%.
913, the radar, sir.
Stable. Toga. Let's go. A little bit of a crosswind, still showing at about 14 knots. So 100 knots.
V1. Rotate. V2.
Ease it off the ground. Beautiful. Positive rate, gear up.
EC56 Bravo Victor, clear and runway 24 left, Palma. Waiting to 27013 knots. Quick 124, EC56 Bravo Victor.
There's our thrust reduction. Let's see if I can do this without putting the autopilot in. Come on. 2. Like so. Like so.
Runway level 1 peak, set approaching flight level 8, vehicle higher. Right above runway 1 3 kilo, continue climb to find out 360.
Acceleration height coming up.
This is good.
Pitch it down a little bit.
Skyway 2005 on Corsair, continue climb to find out 320.
Continue climb flight level 320, Skyways 2005. Gracias. Alright, we're cleared up to our cruise altitude already. Set that in the MCP. Flaps coming up. Getting a fuel caution, so that probably means, yeah, the center tanks are dry. Flaps are coming up. I'm going to go ahead and kick on the autopilot. Sync up our heading. That's about it.
Paper 2725 at the down 2 Airbus A320. We don't have any exit characteristic happen. Speed is 2725, good afternoon sir, clear to Gatwick by aircraft transport. Initial flight level 080, runway engine 24, standard departure.
Already passed flight level 100, shiny switches off. We're on standard altimeter. Zoom out a little bit on the old ND. Do that on both sides. And that's us off to Stansted. Runway 24, EZCA, wind is